I am feeling hungry.
I want to smell it.
Oh, I hate my life. My wife doesn't think that I am funny.
I think you're funny, but you're not the next Dave Chappelle.
I could be. It's gotten to the point where I enjoy brushing my teeth because it's something that has some taste in my mouth.
How's it going? I'm Justin Kahn from Justin.tv.
My friend Justin from Pushes.com sent me this package. T-shirt, hoodie. Most importantly, a pair of Air Jordan. Look at that. I want to do a little reward for my audience. I'm going to send someone a pair of these guys in whatever size you want. So all you've got to do is subscribe to the channel and comment in the video below that you subscribed, and follow me on Instagram at Justin Kahn, and we'll pick a winner in 2 weeks. That's it. Easy. What's up, YouTube? It's me, Justin Kahn, back at it again. Your favorite founder's favorite founder. So today we're doing something new. For the next 5 days, I'm not gonna eat anything. I'm only going to drink coffee and water and take magnesium supplements. So you're probably thinking like, why the fuck would I do this? That is insane. About 6 months ago, last October, I'd fasted for 120 hours and I just did it out of the blue. No planning. I just one day said, okay, for the next 5 days, I'm not gonna eat anything. I'd always wanted to do it, but it was really, really hard to schedule because it's hard to schedule a fast, right? You're gonna say, I'm not gonna eat, but you don't know what condition you're gonna be in. You know, finding 5 days when you had a light schedule, nothing was gonna happen, that was really hard to commit to. And so I just said, I'm gonna do it. And it turned out that was one of the heaviest work weeks I ever had. I had tons of interviews, back-to-back Zoom calls, basically all day. And it was really tough. It was one of the toughest experiences of my life. They say after the 3rd day, it's supposed to get easier, but for me, it just got harder and harder and harder. By the 5th day, walking upstairs was an effort. I would literally walk upstairs and then have to lie down, or like getting up, I'd get a huge head rush. This time I'm also not preparing at all. I just said, okay, I'm gonna go for it. I wanted to do it again. After the last time I did, after coming back, I felt pretty good. And I wanted to start a habit of fasting for an extended fast every 6 months. And so it's a little overdue. It's been 220 days since my last fast, but I want to get back at it and this time bring you along with me. So why would anyone not eat for such a long period of time? One of the primary benefits with fasting is it kickstarts your body into autophagy, when your cells start to eat the dead material inside of themselves. And so this is thought to be good for longevity in animal experiments. The other thing is fasting, intermittent fasting, which I do almost every day, is good for regulating your body's metabolism. Anyways, we think it's good for you. I think it's good for you. I felt pretty great afterwards, even though I felt horrible during. And the other interesting thing was it was like also a very spiritual experience. When you don't have food, everything that you thought was a problem doesn't feel like that much. And so my tolerance for just the daily ups and downs of life it shot way up there. It also made me very grateful for having food. We're gonna do the same thing, and I'm just gonna film every day. We're gonna see what happens. All right, so we're gonna kick off. I'm using Zero, this fasting app, which I like to use. And it basically is a timer that just says how long you've been fasting and how much longer you have. So I have it set to 120 hours. I'm gonna click the button right now. There we go, boom. This is gonna be easy. All right, the other thing is I just ate a huge meal. I later in some chicken adobo, some vegetables, rice, and topped it off with a bunch of cookies. I loaded up right before fast, and hopefully that'll sustain. Between that and my body fat, it's gonna sustain me for the next 120 hours. I hope. All right, it's been just a little bit more than 11 hours now, and I don't feel hungry yet, which I guess is probably not a big surprise. So I guess we'll just check in a bit and see what happens. Normally I'm not eating breakfast anyways. I'm oftentimes not eating lunch. I don't expect to feel hungry for the next 8 hours, and then it's probably gonna kick in. All right, so in order to kick it off, we're gonna do a kettlebell swing workout just to make sure that we burn out all of the remaining energy stores that we might have. Your body holds about 5 pounds of glycogen in it, and that's when you stop eating, that's what you use. Your body uses first before you start burning fat. I try to work out every day, as you know. This is no exception. Through the fast, I'm gonna try to work out every day. Tomorrow, I'm sure I'm gonna regret it, but we'll see. I don't know if you can see this, I got pretty sunburned out, so you gotta put some sunscreen on. All right, my friend Joe's joining us.
Not in the fast, but in the kettlebell swings workout. I don't feel like I'm flagging yet. Of course, I've only not eaten for the same amount that I would normally not eat any random day, so this is not an accomplishment yet. We've got another roughly 107 hours to go. It's easy. Exactly, it sounds easy. I like working out in the beginning of the day better, to be honest, because it sets your day up for high energy and you feel better. Too long I've been working out at night. I'm gonna have to change that. Ugh. Okay, that was it. That was 500 kettlebell swings. We did it. Woo! Grant is also joining on the fast. You're at least joining for 2 days, right?
At least 2 days.
All right, we're gonna try to make you get all the way to 5.
All right, so I'm starting to get kind of hungry. It's been 14 hours. Normally this is around the time I would eat. So instead of eating, I'm gonna go make myself a cup of coffee. So last time I did this, I was tweeting my fast and a reply guy was like, well, Justin drank coffee, so it doesn't count as a real fast, which is hilarious because if you were in my body, you would know that shit was difficult. So I'm definitely going to drink coffee. There's some scientific evidence that says that you don't quite get into autophagy as easily if you're drinking coffee, but you got to do what you can do.
All right, here we go. Ah, delicious.
Grant, you're over here literally cooking dinner for other people and you're not going to eat. That is self-torture. Salmon and vegetables. Grant, here's what's for dinner for us. Dinner is served. Yeah. A magnesium supplement. Weigh myself. We're going to do that. How's that right? That's right. This is, I'm only 145 pounds. I stepped on it earlier and was 165. It's kind of shocking. Did I lose 20 pounds in 5 hours? I've only been fasting for a day. 165 pounds on the nose. It is what it is. We're going to, we got another 4 days left. Hopefully I'm not dead by the end of it. Day one is basically over. It's been about 20 something hours. So right now I'm feeling pretty hungry, mildly hungry. It was up in this afternoon, then it went down. This isn't the longest time I've fasted by any means. I feel like my body is, just getting back in the swing of things. If I recall correctly from last time, day 2 was definitely the worst. Day 2, it was like I was very hangry. I got 97 hours left. Wish me luck. So during my fast, I'm taking magnesium supplements because you need magnesium to replenish the electrolytes in your body. Otherwise, you can start, getting headaches, cramping. It's not good. Last time I did the 5-day fast, I did not start with magnesium on hand, and I got pretty desperate after the first 36 hours or so. The downside of fasting when you have a family, I'm still responsible for cooking many of the meals. Today, I was making food, but I wasn't eating it. And that was a little bit of self-torture. Family first. All right, it's been about 36 hours now, and I'm feeling pretty good. I know, big surprise. Don't feel that hungry, so let's see what we're at on this scale. 163.2. I don't know if it's that possible for me to have lost that much weight in under 12 hours. It is what it is. In order to get my exercise today, I'm going on a 2-mile hike, which seemed like a good idea in the beginning, and now is increasingly seeming like a much, much worse idea. Fatigue is starting to kick in. It's only 36 hours in, which is quite worrying. Hopefully I make it to the end of this hike. If someone's just watching the footage on this camera over my decomposed skeleton, tell my mom I loved her. I'm going to try to do some exercise every day on this journey. I also just realized I failed to bring any water with me, which was a huge mistake. Interestingly enough, I don't feel hot, even though it's a very warm day out. I'm wearing a black sweatshirt, but I don't feel hot. I think my body is adjusting to the new normal of not having very much fuel to survive off of. This is potentially not good. Wish me luck. It's getting kind of steep. This could be very bad for me. I'm gonna make it. I don't know if you guys can kind of tell how steep this is, but it is steep. Gotta take a little pause. While you're at it, you know what to do. If you enjoy watching me suffer, smash subscribe, ring that bell, and I'll be your best friend forever. Oh.
Thank God. Made it to the top.
I'm back. It's the afternoon now, Tuesday. So we're getting close to 2 days, 2 full days. I scheduled nonstop back-to-back Zoom calls this afternoon, which is kind of good and bad. The good is that it's something to distract me from how hungry I feel. Well, really, I'm not that hungry. It's just more like a weak, general malaise / weakness. The bad is that it's exhausting. So, I'm gonna get through it, and I got a quick break, so I might try to take a nap right now. Okay, bad news. I'm having trouble sleeping. I think my heart is kind of racing right now, which I think can be a side effect of not eating. So I guess I'll just answer my email. Mwah, mwah. Quick update. It has been 48 hours. How are you feeling, Grant?
I'm so tired and hungry.
He's dying. We're playing board games in order to numb the hunger right now. And I got dandelion tea. All right, I won the game. Star Wars Rebellion. It's a great game. I won. Grant, your brain has been fogged. Your brain was fogged.
I'm blaming the fasting diet.
Fasting diet affected his ability to actually play this. Oh, okay. We are now at over 60 hours in. I think it's been about 62 hours. I cannot believe we've got another 60-ish hours to go. This morning getting up was, it was an effort. I feel like trying to get out of bed, super challenging, taking care of my kid, trying to cook him breakfast. Cooking breakfast for other people, let me tell you, it's not great. The only thing that's keeping it together is like I'm on these back-to-back Zoom calls. It's like when I'm in the zone, like mentally, I'm like talking to people, talking to founders. Okay, it's like I don't remember that I'm like super weak, but right now I am weak. That kettlebell workout I did on Monday might not have been the best start because my joints feel like they are not recovering. You know, my knees, elbows, not great right now. I kind of want to do another workout just to see what happens, but I also feel like I might fucking fall over and die. So maybe I'll save that for like the final day or something. I might just do some exercise bike today or something like that. What else is going on? I've been taking supplements every day. I've been taking my magnesium supplement. I've been taking glucosamine for my joints because my elbow, broke my elbow 18 months ago, so still working on that. I've been taking NMN for longevity. The only things entering my body, tea, decaf coffee, and these supplements. It feels like I'm getting a little dehydrated too. I probably need to drink more water. I need to go have a lie down right now. One more thing, my sleep yesterday was fucking awful. I think I woke up probably every sleep cycle, kept waking up being like, did I get anything to eat yet? The answer was always no. Fasting affecting your sleep is the worst part of it. Well, actually, maybe not. Maybe the worst part is not eating anything. Fasting is a good spiritual practice because, well, two things. One, when you are fasting and without food, that seems like the number one problem. And everything else that might seem like a big problem, like I was late to a meeting this morning, when compared to having no food, that is not important at all. Okay, day 3, we're gonna measure our weight. 163.4. It's about 1.6 pounds lost in the last 60 hours. See what happens tomorrow. One of the things I've noticed is that when I'm doing stuff, I get less hungry and tired. So actually those Zoom calls were pretty good for me. Now I'm gonna go get a massage, try to take my mind off of how hungry I am. Part of me is wondering if it's irresponsible for me to drive, given the fact that sometimes when I stand up, I'm a little lightheaded. That's probably fine. Last time I did the fast, the final day, I was in San Francisco. I'm driving around in my truck. I could literally smell the food. I'd be driving down the center of the street and I could smell the food that people are cooking in their houses for dinner. It makes sense. You get hungry and you're like, I need to eat. And the human body is well attuned to figuring out how to get you food by hook or by crook. That hasn't quite kicked in yet for me this time, but probably will eventually. All right, guys, I made it here. About to head in for my massage. I would take you with me, but you don't want to see me naked.
All right, that was amazing. I should schedule a massage for like every day because I totally forgot about eating. And now I'm remembering eating again. I feel like I finally hit my stride. 3 days in, we are at 50 hours remaining. We've done 70 hours and I don't feel that bad anymore. This didn't happen last time. Last time I got progressively weaker and weaker, but right now I don't feel that bad. Still want to distract myself, so I got a package and I'm gonna open it up, see what it is. Actually, I already know what it is. This is a little retail therapy. It's shoes. These look cool or nah? It only draws one at a time because it's like, we're doing this experiment live though. 20 minutes, that's the challenge. For me, part of my practice is I work out every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. Except for the time around my surgery, my elbow surgery, which was about 1.5 years ago. I've worked out basically every day for 2 years now. This is like a throwback to my old Snapchat days, answering questions on the exercise bike. Questions like, how do I get a job in tech? Are you about to pass out? Are you starving to death? 30 seconds left to go. 8, 7. Oh, okay. You can't even have the breath for counting. Here we go. 20 minutes. We burned a total of 153 calories. What are you eating?
I'm having a banana as my first food in 3 days. I'm so hungry.
You could torment me with this. Yum. Yeah. How is it?
It's delicious.
To be honest, I'm not even hungry. This is not tempting at all.
I'm actually getting cramps in my stomach.
Your stomach doesn't even know how to handle this. 48 hours left.
What's the first thing that you're gonna have when you stop your fast?
First thing I'm gonna eat when I stop my fast, I think it's gonna be like vegetables. I gotta go easy. Last time I ate too much meat and stuff and it ran through me. It was kind of gross. Are you happy you're off the train?
I'm happy I'm off the train, but I'm happy I did it. Thanks, Justin.
Good night. We got 36 hours left to go. I think I can make it. I've transcended the point of being hungry. Now I just feel generally a little bit weak. So like something's kind of off, but I feel very light. It feels like I've watched people eating. I cooked breakfast for my family today. I watched other people eating and it wasn't like, oh, I need to eat. What's bad is I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to work. Honestly, I feel fairly tired. I might go for a hike later. I'm about to give a talk to On Deck right now via Zoom. I need to find things that fill up my day with mental activities so I forget about being so weak and tired. And I've lost about 5 pounds. This fasting for 5 days is an experience. At least I got my TikTok hoodie. Day 4, got about 36 hours left to go. I'm feeling a little weak. Let's do a weigh-in. 160.2. That seems low. It's gotten to the point where I enjoy brushing my teeth because it's something that has some taste in my mouth. That's how desperate it is, fam. I'm on a hike. I'm about 87 hours in, and I am so cold right now. Look, I'm wearing 4 layers right now, and I'm still cold. I'm gonna do this 2-mile hike to get my exercise in a day. I'm sure it'll be fine. Here's why I think fasting is important. The problem that we have today is that we grew up, we evolved in a resource scarce environment. And what I mean by that is there wasn't a lot of food. There wasn't a lot of anything. There wasn't a lot of information. You couldn't have a lot of sex. There wasn't a lot to occupy your mind. There wasn't a lot of food. Because of that, we're running a resource scarce algorithm, a greedy algorithm in our minds where when resources are available, we want to consume them all. So we're on our phone 24/7 because information used to be a novelty, getting new information, and now getting new information is ubiquitous and free and easy. And so we can be doom scrolling Instagram for forever, hours at a time. The same is true of food. And so we consume unconsciously. So the reason I fast is to make it conscious. It's to realize that your body doesn't need food as often as you think. I used to think you had to eat 3 meals a day. Now I realize you can go days without eating. And so in the non-fasting time, that gives a little bit more consciousness and willpower to understanding like do I need to eat these things that I think I need to eat compulsively? It's about making the compulsive conscious. That's what we're doing here. I'm on my last stretch. Almost made it. I finally made it. We're all good. We survived. And I'm feeling surprisingly okay. You're definitely no longer fasting. Graham, what are you eating?
Chicken with polenta fries and cauliflower.
That looks so good, it's making me literally nauseous. I'm like about to pass out. Here's what I'm eating. Womp womp. Oh my god. I hate my life. What does it smell like? Oh, it smells so good, Grant. Grant's also an amazing cook.
Oh my god, this is like torture. It smelled better than it actually tasted, but I could not resist the smell.
When you're re-entering the land of food, you gotta go easy on your stomach. Should I buy this coyote cloak, Grant?
Oh my god.
Alright, I better turn this off before I just buy something really stupid. People here think I'm hilarious, I'll have you know.
Justin's delusional.
My wife doesn't think that I am funny.
I think you're funny.
I'm incredibly hilarious.
I think you're funny, but you're not the next Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, I could be. Alright, what's up guys? We've got just about 12 hours left to go. I am feeling hungry. I mean, maybe not hungry, like I don't feel physiological sensations of hunger, but I definitely feel low energy, and the thought occurs to me that if I were to eat food, that problem would be solved. It's not so bad when I'm occupied with stuff, but when I'm unoccupied, then the mind wanders to food. I'm going to try to keep occupied, which is tough because I knew it was gonna be a tough day. I didn't schedule any meetings or anything. I wish I had back-to-back meetings today, but I actually don't have anything to do, except I'm going to cook a meal for 12 of my friends who are coming over tonight. The problem is my fast doesn't end until 10 p.m., so I think we're gonna serve dinner at 8. I'm gonna cook a meal and then watch them eat it. I definitely feel like it's helping me let go of things that would have bothered me. Stuff comes in, I notice, oh, I would have been triggered by that, or like, that's kind of weird. And then I'm just like, well, it doesn't really matter. Nothing matters. In the face of not having food, everything you thought was a problem, it ain't shit. Okay, that's the update. All right, here we go. All right, so we got the grill fired up. Now we're gonna put this turkey on and just see what happens. Whew. Okay. Last time I did a 5-day fast, when I was ending my fast, everyone said, oh, you gotta go in gently with vegetables, and the reply guys on my Twitter were all like, if you eat this roast duck, that's how I ended my fast last time, with a whole roast duck. They were like, if you eat that roast duck, you could die. You just fall over, collapse. And I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna eat it anyways. So I ate it, and that shit just tore right through me. So a lot of you are probably watching this video being like, if you eat that turkey, you are fucked, sir. But I'm gonna try to ease it slowly. I'm gonna have some vegetables first, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm gonna go beast mode on this turkey.
Hey, sure. Oh, nice.
All right, I'm exactly 6 hours left to go. I feel like I'm in a kind of pretty decent state. Not a lot of energy. Definitely get a head rush every time I get up. I've been smoking this turkey all day and tormented by the smell of it. It smells very good. I'm very excited to be done with this. I've been trying to find distractions all day. I should have scheduled a full work day, but I didn't. And now I extremely regret it. Because when my mind is occupied, it's so much easier to not think about how hungry I am. Not even hungry. It's more like I'm beyond hunger. Hunger's the wrong word. It's more like I don't have any energy, and if I ate something, I know if I ate something, I'd have energy. So it's just like a solution to a problem rather than the feeling of hunger gnawing at me. All right, 6 hours to go. I'm staying strong. All right, we're making dinner. This is not good. Honestly, I don't know how much longer I can take it. 3 hours and 30 minutes. Okay, what I was saying is my friends are gonna eat first because it's 8:30, but stupidly I started my fast at 10 p.m. on Sunday, so I'm gonna carve this for them. Somehow that makes sense. And yeah, that's what's happening right now. And then I'm gonna watch them eat, and then I'm gonna eat myself at 10. Grant's trying some, he's sampling some. How is it?
Pretty good.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Turkey, duck, balsamic, cornbread stuffing, salad. And I still got another hour left. Wah, wah. 1 hour and 6 minutes remaining.
I've definitely timed this poorly. I'm gonna enjoy this glass of water. How is it?
Fucking delicious.
Fuck you. All right, guys, what's up? I made it to 5 days, 120 hours. Here is the zero fasting timer. Look, it's green. Bam! We did it. I couldn't have done it without your support. I lost 7 pounds. I've just weighed myself at 158, and here's the picture of me before, and here's the picture of me today. I feel more energized right now. I'm finally gonna dig into my turkey dinner, but first I'm gonna start with this green juice because I feel like if I eat this, I might fucking die. Randy, we're right, it's not good. So the other thing we're gonna do is I'm coming out of this fast trying to stay keto, so not eating any carbs. Okay, well, this was like completely unsatisfying in every way.
Like, what on this plate do you want to eat?
I wanna eat this turkey and this, I wanna eat it all. All right, here we go. Oh my God, that's good. That's so good. We're excellent cooks. Wow. Let's try these Brussels sprouts. Oh my God. All right, I'm gonna enjoy this meal. I will see you guys next week. Smash subscribe and ring that bell, and I'll be your best friend forever.